We live? Oh, hey, there we go. How's it going, traders? This is my third attempt at this. The first one was a completely different screen, and the second one, everyone started interrupting me. So I wanted to take a moment and get everybody cleared out so I could think about this stuff. Um, how'd you do yesterday? You guys make any trades? Looks like we had a couple of that's my swing. Starting about where? Right around 7:15 to about 10, 11 o'clock in here somewhere. So here's my trading time. Let's see how many trades we had. Now, guys, remember, we're looking for 3-to-1 trades, right? We don't want 1-to-1s. My winning percentage isn't that good. But let's just play the game. Let's get this off here. We can probably get that, rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. All right, we make a nice, clean, clear screen to keep our heads all clear. But I'll draw this. Yeah, right? Because we draw the kill zone, the pressure cooker. Pressure cooker's at the top, kill zone's at the bottom. Some people call it support and resistance, whatever. So price comes down. Remember, we have our 5 steps, impulse leg, our shelf. Somewhere here, looks like there's a shelf right there. Bingo, baby. You know, hindsight's great, right? If I would have bought that with a stop right here, and I may have moved it to break even. I've done that. It's tough because you want to condense your risk, but you also want the trade to kind of fluctuate, right? So it landed here, took that out, and then it did it again. But so we got one right there. Got another impulse leg down here. Kind of a shelf. This is not really this up there, up down here. Kind of a shelf. Doesn't really fly. Doesn't really jive. All right, just keep drawing them. Another impulse leg. Boom. Comes down to here. All right, call it that. Where's your shelf here? You want to call that your shelf? Probably stopped out. You have the elements of the trade, the setup, right? With the pressure cooker down there, and or the kill zone, and then the pressure cooker here. It's almost like this is the wash at the end, right? But this comes down here and then comes up to wash, and then it does again. It's kind of it's an ugly setup, I'll tell you that much. And then I'm going to drag this bar down here, say, okay, we're going to do another impulse here. Doesn't quite do that. But this one's interesting. This one pulls to the bottom of the kill zone of the other swing. Not uncommon. But look how big that is. And then if you put it all together, you have a nice little wash here. Cleaned everybody out, right? Cleaned everybody out. Doesn't quite get up there. And you don't want to make stuff up. You don't take the trade. Draw, play. Don't chase, stuff. That's frustrating because it doesn't take your order. And you want to trade. I want to trade too, man. I want to make money. I'm not telling you I don't. But then this thing just hammers off. Oh, look at that. If you could have caught that, where are you going to get in? And then where's your stop? Right? Let's say you hit that guy. That's a huge, huge trade. I'm not saying I haven't done it. I'm not saying don't do it, but it goes right to the bottom of the other. We can't even see anything. There's just, unless this doesn't happen, then you're you're in a different world. I would pass on that because it's too far away from my, I need it to be, up here. I really don't like stretching these out because look at this. Once it leaves here, it just drops a few ticks and then comes back into here, right? And then you're just, I'm just trying to buy the best deal I can find. Even that would be better. I'd rather have this and get like a 5-to-1 trade out there. And that's still within the swing. You go 6-to-1 on that one. I'm not gonna tell you that that's not good and that's not fun and that's not any of that stuff. And if you really want to get in on it because you know what's going to happen, because like everybody knows that's going to happen, nobody knows. Nobody has a clue. Somebody does. Somebody's got the book. They're passing it around. But what I was looking at the other day, it was kind of fun because you have a little drop down little shelf and you have just this little wash. And I put it on the post on the other day on the site, and it was funny because somebody made a comment about it, but that's it, man. If that thing comes up here, boom, gonzo. Okay, so price comes down. We have it land in here. I forget what this is. It's the bottom of the other swing. Okay, so we're at the bottom now. So we're just chilling. It's the price is doing its thing. Pow, pops up. Pow, pops up. Takes out these sellers. Right? These guys that were just selling it. And this is where I usually buy it. If I'm chasing this thing. Because I want to get in on it. I'm just like you. There's nothing different. I want to trade, right? But now we have a new swing. Momentum's shifted. So now we have to figure out, impulse up. We have a shelf. Look at that, self-made shelf. Boom, pop, retest right there. This is really, really high on the swing. I don't like these. I just don't. But it works, and it's a big one, right? You're waiting there all. What's that? 10:30. You're in at 10:30. You're 10:15. Yeah, it's a 15-minute trade. That's how fast this thing was moving yesterday. But it pulls right back into this structure here, right? This is just fluff to me. This isn't structure as I see structure. I can't get in here and say that's what I want to see. This is structure, right? We have another impulse up. And guys, this is what you need to do every day. Just spend time trying to see this stuff. And I'm flying through it because I got to get this out to my crew. But like, here's this. I'm just looking for the washes. And the cool thing is that you have the impulse leg, you have a wash, you have a retest, and a shelf. And you have 5 steps here that you can just wait. Oftentimes I see if I miss the wash, I can just wait and say, okay, does this thing come back down in here? Either it does or it doesn't, right? And just get used to missing trades. Oh man, look at that thing go! It's crazy, huh? Impulse up, shelf doesn't give us a really good retest. That's frustrating, man. I get it. I'm not. Somebody else will buy it. Say, hey, here's a system. Go for it. Go for it. Go. Tell me the system that gives you a 3-to-1 trade on a consistent basis. I want to hear about it. Because I'm trying to. I know what my risk reward is. Here's one right here. This one played out. This one played out real nice. End of the day, 11:15, bingo. What was I doing at 11:15? I missed that one. That was probably one of your better ones next to that other one. But then also pay attention. You're running into, and this is all the only reason why I look back on this stuff is because I want to look at the lows, or I want to look at the pressure cooker and the kill zone from the other swing, right? And this is where it gets sketchy because it doesn't. it doesn't go all the way up. So you have to play, tight stops. Tight stops. Take your money. No trade. I should just take those off. No trade. No trade. No trade. It was up here. Everything else is just throw away. Don't even bother with it. Don't even bother. But now here I am. It's what's going to happen today, right? My trading day is going to move over here, right? I've got this mapped out. I've got this. Let me get rid of that because I don't want to deal with it. I just don't know. And it's okay not to know. I don't have to know this. I don't have to know all this stuff. I want to be on good, solid footing with my idea. One thing I can tell you is that this took out the sellers and is on its way up, right? So if we were here and you said, "Hey, Mike, we gotta make a decision here. Are we going up or down?" We're going up right now, baby. So let's plan for that. Let's plan for that. And then, if it doesn't, then you get stopped out. No big deal. Reset. Don't turn around and get back in again, though. Don't get mad. Just be cool. Let the price play out as it needs to play out. We have an impulse leg up. So we have two ideas working here, right? I have one going down and one going up. An impulse leg up, impulse leg down. That's a heck of an impulse from the morning news about an hour ago. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I have more time in front of the screen today, so I'll be paying attention. And we'll talk in a little bit. All right. Good luck.